Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on.
Me and Ben were doing a bit of research last night and started to fall down the warrens on YouTube, and I noticed that you were at Galatasaray earlier on in your career. So I did the old Graeme Souness search and connecting the dots, Blackburn, and I realised that when Galatasaray played Fenerbache in the Turkish Cup final and Graeme Souness planted the flag in the middle of the pitch, you were in goal.
Oh,
can you tell us a little bit about that game?
Yeah,
please?
not sure that was the wisest thing.
no, can you imagine doing that nowadays, Brad?
Well,
can you imagine?
Well, I actually, Ben, I'm thinking back then it was
a big deal.
More wild. I mean, they still do tifos about it and sell shirts with Suey doing it. So Fenerbahce Galatasaray, I've said this many times, if you can play in that derby and play well, you can play in any derby in the world.
Really?
Yeah. In the stadium's half full if you're kicking off at 9 o'clock at night, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The fans are mental. So we won 1-0 at our place, and this was the cup finals over 2 legs, and we went there and we lost 1-0 in the 90. So we go to extra time. Dean Saunders scores a winner in last 2 minutes of the game. I had a good game that time as well. Suey, he was just happy. So the Fenerbahce, one of the board members had called him a cripple because of his heart operation.
That's right, yeah.
And so he took obviously great offense to that. And do you know Graeme?
No, man, no.
So Graeme, if Graeme likes you, and all you have to do to get his respect is work hard.
Yeah,
it's pretty honest. Then he'll go to bat for you like all day long. If he thinks you take liberties in your profession, then you have a big problem.
And rightly so, though.
Yeah. So he didn't know what to do. So he goes over to the Galatasaray fans. He sees this enormous flag. I mean, it's got like the size of the wall. And he picks it up, and he's one of those. And he starts running. And this is back in the day in Turkey, anyways, where they had like the lime chalk lines that built up.
Yeah.
So horrible in a 6-yard box.
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh,
like the ball
bubbles.
would hit and like go up to your face. And he tried to plant it one time, and the flag fell over. And he picks it back up, and he, like with his foot, like tries to create a hole, and he does. And he picks it up. Somebody comes over and he like hits him away.
Yeah.
And Dino and I are sitting there looking at him. We're like, I'm not sure this is going to end well. And we were trying to get our medals and lift the Turkish Cup, and we just the police had to come and bring all the shields out. And as we're running off, we got escorted off inside. Suey was in front of Dean and I. A guy climbed those, the cages back then.
Yeah.
Climbed one, jumped in front of him, and Suey bam.
Went to work.
Oh my God, just bam. He was so proud of himself. He was like looking around, and he's like, I think I broke his jaw. And he's out. So we go into the changing room. We're in the changing room 3 hours. Not one word of an exaggeration. So they were surrounding our coach. They wouldn't let it out. They knocked out some windows in it with beer bottles and stuff like that. So we finally, after 3 hours, we get onto the coach. And as we're pulling away, we have the curtains in the coach, but some of the windows are out, and then there's Suey like putting his hand. and our coach, by the way, like the police are all there, but our coach, I mean, at one stage as we're going, I mean, it's rocking.
People pushing.
Yeah, we're in the coach going back and forth. We're like, Suey, put your down.
I would have seen Suey going, I broke his cheek. Look,
Do you know what? Graeme Souness is 70 years old, right? I would not want to with him.
No,
would you?
I bet you still got a bit now. If he ever went back to Turkey, is he still for the Galatasaray fans at least?
So if you've been to Istanbul, you got the European side and the Asian side.
Yeah.
Galatasaray and Beşiktaş are on the European side.
Yeah.
Fenerbahce is on the Asian side.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess experience would tell me that if he goes to the Asian side, he's probably not welcome.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Yeah.
If he's on the European side, he's a legend.
He ain't buying a drink
and
all night long.
And the Beşiktaş supporters, I think, liked it too.
Really?
Yeah, because Fenerbahce, Beşiktaş, Galatasaray are a huge rivalry. So if that happened against one of the rivals, I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, damn right.
So
yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy.
Did you enjoy your time in Turkey?
Loved it. Every minute of it. I really did. It was you come from a small town in America, and I get a scholarship out to UCLA, so I'm in LA all of a sudden, and then I play in the Olympics, and I'm like getting getting seen by European clubs. I mean, I didn't even know we didn't have a professional league. I didn't even know I could play professional football. Didn't know anything about it. And then to find yourself in Galatasaray, living in a Muslim country, learning. I was a history major, so I liked that part of life. It was a remarkable place. Some of my great friends are Turkish. I played with two guys for 10 years of my career.
So good they named him twice, you know.
Yeah. He smoked 3 packs of fags a day.
What?
Played till he's 39. 3 packs.
Incredible.
How good was two guys?
He's incredible.
He could control the pace of a game. He's the most similar. I'd say Luka Modric is a better all-around player than two guy. Two guy was close.
Really?
People don't realize it.
Yeah.
I think two guy when he left Rangers and he came to Blackburn, he just found a home.
Yeah.
And he's that mentality. He was really happy there. He knew the club looked after him. He could have gone other places.
It just suited him.
Yeah, it just suited him. He had the talent, just like Moussa Dembele. If you asked me one player at the time at Tottenham that could go to a Barcelona or Real Madrid and just fit in like nothing, Moussa Dembele would have been.
He's a little bit of an enigma, isn't he, Moussa Dembele? Because everybody I speak to in football circles that have played for Spurs, that have played alongside him, say exactly the same thing, Brad. Say he was you couldn't get the ball off him, basically.
Strongest man ever.
When he had that ball, he would stick his bum out. He knew exactly where you were. His head was on a swivel. But it's almost like he did really well in the Premier League, don't get me wrong, and he's got a good reputation. But the way that everybody talks about him, it's like he could have gone on to be anything he wanted to, couldn't he?
He had a couple of injury problems at the wrong time, I think, in his career. And if you have to say anything, he probably didn't score or assist enough in the final third for a supporter and for the pundits to really take to him.
Stats. People look at stats. They love the stats, don't they?
The stats. But if you played with him, he was at Tottenham, at a time, Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, Moussa, like those are the guys you wanted in the team. Like you didn't need like a lot other, like I just wanted to make sure that those guys were on the pitch.
Jake Livermore used to say he was the best six-a-side player. If you could get him on your six-a-side team, you went losing. He's the best six-a-side player ever.
When you play on the smaller pitches, like 3v3, 4v4, and your keeper, you could throw the thing up to his forehead. It would go down to his foot. He would hold all 3 or 4 players off, and he'd bang into the goal.
Incredible.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.